Hi everyone, it is Rachel Ann tonight. I hope you are all doing well. So tonight I'm going to talk a little bit about having to switch my subjects around quite a bit. And the reason I'm doing is I want to expand upon my writing and photography skills. And through that way, I do want to talk a little bit more about the subjects I'm more experienced with now. Whereas when I was talking about being on the yearbook staff and all that other stuff, a lot of it's true. However, I don't deal with journalistic stuff anymore since I've been working uh, mainly at an insurance company for over 3 years now. But that has nothing to do with it. What I'm saying is that I'm more of talking about the subjects I'm interested in with blogging, and instead of talking about giving advice to students who want to join the yearbook staff or newspaper staff or any of those other subjects and stuff like that. I can always talk a little bit about blogging too, but the subjects have become more tedious now, and I'm going to limit that and go into subjects that I'm more familiar with, especially since I became a mom. I will definitely talk more about parenting and the journey that my fiance have been on, and I have been on, as well as my son, who's fixing to be 19 months old. So, as far as I know, I just completed one blog post today um, when it comes to parenthood. And one of the subjects that came to my mind in regards to motherhood is activities. Letting your child go out and explore. You shouldn't hold them back from a lot of things. Yes, they can get into mischief and cabinets and drawers and stuff like that, which there is a reason why they have locks that exist in the first place so they don't get their finger jammed or their toe jammed, stuff like that, or just throw the pots and pans all over the place. But it's not mainly about just that. It's mainly about taking them outside and explore nature. Let them smell the fresh green grass. Let them pick up the flowers and smell it. Of course, definitely avoid snakes and stuff like that. Areas where that can, they could pop out as much, which is why I like springtime because you don't really see them pop out as much until late spring, early summer, May, June. But go let them go out and explore. Don't hold them back by letting them sit in this house all day and use electronics and stuff like that. Grayson has become very familiar with my phone, and he's not even 2 years old yet. And I've had to tell him, I've had to look at him and say, and he's still not able to understand. However, I do explain to him, dude, we got to go downstairs. We got to go get our walk. We got to go get our steps in. We got to go outside when it's sunny, of course, and it's not so much raining. Um, that I'll show him in a little bit. But when it comes to summertime, I just don't want him to get pneumonia and stuff like that. He's already bouncing back from an earache or ear infection, stuff like that. But exploring nature and how calming it is to kids. When I was a kid, everybody was a kid. We used to go outside all the time and enjoy exploring, discovering different things. You look back and say, I miss those good times. And it's better than staying on the electronics all day because electronics are just, I think they take away too many things that you can learn about life in general and stuff like that. And if being on the computer or on the phone all the time can be anxiety inducing, it's like it's a very bad habit to break. And that's why I try to im- teach the importance of going outside, letting him explore his own areas, and to the point where he doesn't get hurt. I understand where a lot of people say, well, we got helicopter parents. I understand where we got to say no means no. However, we got to let them explore and be able to learn on their own so that way they can be more confident and independent and not always have to rely on us. Now, we do have to watch them. That's very understanding. We have to watch them as they learn and, fall and stuff like that, or if they hurt themselves, we treat them. We nurture them. We do that, all that other fun parenting stuff along with that. But that's what my post was mainly about today. Now, the second topic I have not gotten to deal with yet because I mainly have gotten the store bought toddler foods for Grayson instead of cooking it. I will be going into cooking very shortly. However, once I cross the cooking training and everything like that, I will write a post about cooking versus store bought toddler food. My sister, she makes her own baby food with for my nephew, and I think it's better that you do your own cooking versus she thinks of doing it as cooking versus store bought because it saves you a whole lot of money. And baby toddler food is expensive. So that's a second topic for motherhood, but I will have to delay that until I reach the point of cooking him regular foods because Grayson is starting to become a very much picky eater. And he's oatmeal down, as I say, but we're going to teach him more about other foods and everything like fruits and veggies. He used to love bananas. Now he's spitting it out. Blueberries, loved them, spitting them out. So I'm going to have to find a different way to introduce that to him in some way. And on that note, the third topic for under motherhood is parents and grandparents learning from each other's experience and stuff like that. What they did back then versus what we do now and everything is crucial. It teaches us the different ways of parenting and stuff like that, and child's individuality and personality and all other good stuff. Sorry, I'm not making a good video tonight, and I'm just so tired. The fourth one for motherhood is daily strength. Bible verses for the parents and everything, how they get through rough days and good days and stuff like that. And that's very important to provide, to read when you were on your downtime and you feel overwhelmed, need to take a 5-minute break, quotes and verses and everything like that. So the second subject, as far as blog posts go, I've come up with, I've been reading this book. I don't know where exactly it's at because actually I have it right here. It's right here all the time. It is called Asperger's and Adulthood. And so I've been reading a bit about it and everything like that because people used to think I had it when I was a kid. I don't know if I do. I don't know if I don't. I haven't got tested for it. However, I think it is important for everybody to take a look or read some stories about Asperger's and that they are different, but they are still human, and you have a different perspective because sometimes their personalities they're different from they're not different actually. Let's not use the word different here. Instead, let's just say there are some things they are very sensitive to, and there's a way that they can be able to adapt around those sensitivities. For example, bright lights. I don't like bright lights at all. I always go to turn the headlight off so that way I can have the lamp on because that helps me. Or over like I said, overstimulation. Brightness versus a lamp. Headlights versus a lamp. Or social awkwardness, which is how we communicate with people. It could be the way our sense of humor is. It could be dry humor. It could be just off the wall funny, or it could not be always funny. Sometimes people don't always get the jokes, and that's okay. Everybody's got different types of humor. And let's see, how we express ourselves is quite different than everybody else. Some people may be more quiet, some people may just be more chitty chatty, some people may be in between. And like I said, for the social awkwardness, the Asperger's is not an illness or a disease. It's none of that. It's just a learning. It's just how people with Asperger's function. High functioning autism. They learn differently. They have different personalities. Some are over emotional. Some are emotional, or some are not emotional. And they talk about one of the signs for people who have autism is they are not emotional and stuff like that. And based on my life experience, I will share this one little detail that when I was younger, my sister wanted to go play with me. I didn't want, whenever she'd walk outside, whenever she'd go outside to see me playing, I'd go right back in. And then when she comes in, I'll go out. I was just a different person who who wanted to be by myself basically. And it's okay to realize, to say, hey, you know what, this may be how I am, but we have to accept ourselves. And if I did have it, I just never knew about it, because some people would say yes, some people would say no. However, it all depends on the person's individuality and stuff like that, and their habits and stuff too, to look out for that. And not, like I said, nothing wrong with Asperger's, it's just how people interact with one another, or lack of, and nothing to be ashamed of about it either. So the third one, not the third subject, but the first one I forgot to talk about for under Asperger's column, is jobs for Aspies. They say data entry jobs are good, writing, photography, or just accounting, you know, data and stuff like that, dealing with maps or charts and stuff like that. I guess, I'm not sure how to put it, but it's a lot more easier, I guess, to deal with than simply working in retail where you're dealing with a bunch of customers or something. It's more of a I think it's more down it boils down to your personality too. Some people with Asperger's love to talk. Some people don't. And some people may be more of a, hey, I like to work at home, thing, so that way I don't have to deal with people in public, versus, and then there are some people who like to deal with working with people and not being home alone. It all depends on the personality too. And so this book has really, really, brought some interesting stuff into it. Of course, they talk about dating and, budgets and stuff like that. And I will talk a little bit more about that in my subjects, but I haven't wrote that down yet. I haven't written that down yet. I'm sorry. Grammar correct. And then third subject I'd like to talk about. I watch these life lesson videos all the time, and it's Darman videos. And I think a lot of the subjects are very helpful, very inspirational, not always realistic. However, I do agree that a lot of his videos gives us a different perspective and on people, and that we can either forgive them or we don't. And if we do forgive, but we have to move on. And his videos are really good. I like them. Some videos I'm not really much of a fan of, and that's okay. We all have our, different subjects, disagreements and stuff like that. However, I think one of his videos, I'm not sure which ones I'll be talking about yet, but I think they are great. And on that note, that's all I have. A list of, I don't know if anybody could see it. That's for the list I have made so far. And if y'all have any questions, feel free to add a comment in here. If not, that's okay. I think this is the longest video I have done on YouTube. And I know a lot of people may not go out there and see this or subscribe to this. That's okay. But, take a look at my videos and stuff like that, or my websites. And I'm going to change a lot of things that I used to write about, like politics. I'm going to leave that out. I may have had my opinions, and we can all agree to disagree, but ignore those sections if you oppose it. Or you can challenge either way. I'm not going to go back and forth and arguing, because that's a waste of time. However, I'm not writing about politics anymore because, one, I've lost interest in it all the time, 100% now. And I'm more focused on book reviews, movie reviews, and motherhood. And like I said, with the book reviews, definitely something about Asperger's books that my sister brought to my attention, and I've been reading it. And like I said, for the motherhood one, Daily Strength, Bible Verses for Mommy. My fiance's sister got this for me. It's the Daily Strength for Mothers devotional Bible verses for 365 days a year. I've read some quotes. I've been so busy and tired. I shouldn't make any excuses, but I've had I've read some of these, and they are very good for mothers who are struggling, feeling depressed, feeling any sort of, you know, down in their lives. And you can always get this, and it will help you get through the day. And there's one chapter in here saying, "He will heal you. The people all tried to touch him because power was coming from him and healing them all." And so I won't go into the full chapter. However, he will heal you. When you feel like you're broken, there's a will. When there's a will, there's a way. But other than that, I will go ahead and stop this video. If y'all have any comments, questions, or anything like that, feel free to actually, I'm going to write it right here. Feel free to visit my blogs. I got a few blogs, actually quite a bit, because there's one I had all the way back from 2013, one from 2016 I made, and one from 2015. I got so many, and I'm on social media quite a bit. But right now it's mommy free night. My son's with his uncle and aunt at the moment, and I'm just taking the time to post this video right now, so we can that way I can discuss my topics even more, and I can come on here more and learn to be on YouTube when I can and expand upon my social media skills. Let's see, I'm going to say feel free to visit my blogs. Uh, all right, so I go ahead and added the comment on there saying feel free to visit my blogs if you have any comments or questions. And, I hope you all have a wonderful night. Thank you for letting listening to this video and everything like that. If, like I said, um, I'm just going to take one step at a time when it comes to YouTube, and hoping I can work things out on here and do something different, and just listen to something inspirational, self-help books and stuff like that too. All right. Well, y'all have a lovely night and have a good day. Bye bye.